This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Jim Sutter, CEO of the US Soybean Export Council, joins us. And Jim, U.S. soy grower leaders visited China last month as part of the US Soy Advantage Tour.
We were very fortunate. We had the chair of the United Soybean Board and the president of the American Soybean Association traveled together, and we were in China, and we had the opportunity to meet with a large number of customers that were loyal importers of U.S. soy there and that are anxious now to get back to importing U.S. soy again. We had the opportunity to meet with numerous industry people while we were there, as well as some representatives of the Chinese, the authorities, the associations that they use to run their crushing industry. And then we had the opportunity to meet fairly extensively with U.S. government officials, including Ambassador Branstad, who was a great participant in an industry event that we had. We were able to have some private talks about the status of the trade negotiations while we were there.
How has the soy checkoff helped in USEC's efforts to develop markets, say, in China or anywhere else around the world?
The soy checkoff funds the majority of the efforts that the U.S. Soybean Export Council undertakes around the world, and then we use that base load of funding we receive from the national checkoff and some from the state checkoffs as well. We use that to then go to the Foreign Agricultural Service and apply for matching funding that comes under either the FMD or the MAP program. So then we have a very favorable contribution rate in terms of the investment from the industry, from the farmer checkoff groups. And then we also get some industry funding. USEC has about 100 industry members, and those members also contribute a little bit of funding. Mostly they're contributing their involvement in our activities, which is also critically important.
And for those soy grower leaders, how did they feel once they concluded that trip?
I think they were very pleased to have gone. When we planned the event, we actually had hoped that we would be maybe celebrating a resolution to the trade friction between China and the United States. That was a little premature for that, but we continued to hear from everybody we spoke with that there was cautious optimism that the trade negotiations were continuing to move in a positive manner. So we remain optimistic, and I think our grower leaders also thought it was critical and very important that they have the opportunity to meet with the customers of U.S. soy, the long-term people. We've been working in China since 1982, and checkoff funding and foresight from grower leaders who made the decision to go over there and start doing work. Those are long-term relationships we have, and we want to make sure we protect those and continue to maintain those.
That's Jim Sutter, CEO of the U.S. Soybean Export Council, who joins us on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more as Dwayne Taves visits with Chelsea Good.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.